The need to prevent the continuous negative impact of mining activities in host communities around the West African sub-region has again come to the front burner. This time, the issue was raised at the West African mining host communities in Daba in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. Organizers of the event, Global Rights and African Coalition for Corporate Accountability say the conference aimed to bring out a roadmap that will reduce the negative impact of mining and strengthening the host mining communities in the West African sub-region.
It's actually a West African program where we interrogate the whole issues across the West Africa region, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and all other West African region, and to see how can we make our host communities sustainable. How can we reduce or eliminate the negative impacts of mining activities in our communities? And so why it's good to do business? How do we ensure that we are doing business in a way that does not negatively impact the lives and livelihood of the host communities? We should be able to come out with a very workable roadmap for the West African region on how to engage and how to collectively address the negative impact of mining activities in our communities, and how to, of course, to empower our host mining communities on how to equally engage with other critical stakeholders like the government and, of course, the company themselves to ensure that we all have a sustainable environment for us. We all see how the business activities, the mining activities is even impacting other areas of our lives like climate change and the rest. And so how do we, at the end of the 3 days, we want to ensure that there are critical steps on how we can address this thing and even reduce some of the effects of climate change as we have it across the West African region.
Some members of the mining host communities and stakeholders could not hide their feelings as some of them now have life-threatening illness as a result of mining activities in their communities.
When they do blastering, lead used to fall from the company to the dam we are using. It's very close. Look at the company mining site, look at the dam, and that is water we are using. Our borehole have dried because of, currently, where they are is about 350 meters. So the water have dried. We don't have water. We have to go to other communities to get drinking water. We don't have farming land anymore. Even if you go currently right now, you know the Mining Act said they should give 30 meters from the road. Royal Soil did not go even 5 meters from the road. They're walking close to the road. Even the cough that one of my uncle cultivated cassava and yam, they use overburden to cover it. It's there. I can show you the evidence. So I'm running to the federal government to come to our aid, to help us. These Indian people are not from Nigeria, and they're humiliating us.
Visited any of these mining host communities, there is nothing to show on the ground that this community are endowed or blessed with natural resources. No good roads, no potable water, no schools, and there is nothing to indicate that they are blessed with natural resources. Therefore, it is the duty of the government and other mining companies to ensure that these host communities, they have benefited, no matter how small it is, from the mineral resources endowed in their own localities.
The story is a very pathetic one, and I don't feel proud as a Nigerian to say that of the huge amount of money we've raised in this sector, that this is what we have for people in the sector. For instance, between 1999 and 2020, this country has raised over 740 billion US dollars from oil and gas. Between 2007 and 2020, this country has raised over 620 billion naira from the solid minerals. The question is, what is the story of communities from where these resources have, or this huge money have been raised? The mining sector is particularly pathetic because you meet devastated sites all over the country.
Emmanuel Onu, News 24.